tutorial, I'm going to show you two different things. I'm going to try the Morphe Painted Desert eyeshadow palette, and I'm also going to show you guys some tricks to make your makeup last while wearing a mask. So I'm starting off with a blank canvas. Mind my face. My face has been breaking out terribly because of these masks. It's just a nightmare. So first things first, I'm going to start off with eyes. So I'm going to review the Painted Desert Morphe eyeshadow palette, and then we're going to go on to my little tips and tricks on keeping your makeup lasting pretty much all day under a mask. So we're going to start off with the Sephora Tinted and Cooling Eye Primer. This is just going to be a nice base to start off with, and I'm going to put that on with a little makeup brush. So this is the Morphe Painted Desert eyeshadow palette. It's really pretty. So it's got like these sunset colors, some earth tones. I think this one will be a lot of fun to play with. Also, I just want to mention a really handy gadget that you can use. I'm using the Artistry Makeup Brush Color Remover. It's a little sponge that comes in a little like tin container, and I got it from Amazon for like $8, maybe a little more. It comes in handy like when I'm using a favorite eyeshadow brush that I'm really liking the blending of it, and I can just brush off the color and start anew. So I just brush it off and then it's ready to go. So I'm going to start off with this nude neutral color. I'm just going to put that on my eyelid and just kind of above my brow bone. Next, I'm going to take a really tiny tapered brush and I'm just going to go into this dark brown. Next, I'm going to take this straw yellow and I'm just going to put that on my lid. I'm going to take this brush again, I'm going to combine the dark and the light brown. Next I'm going to just go over again with this yellow. So now we're going to leave the eyes at that. Next we're going to use a little bit of primer and we're going to start working on our face. The primer I'm using is the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. It's really good. We're just going to add a small little drop like that. And we're just kind of going to warm it up in our fingers. And we're just going to apply that mainly to the T-zone and places where your mask is going to touch. So you're going to kind of want to rub that in and around the lip. I get mine a lot around here. And then with the rest, you're just going to kind of put that everywhere else. I use the Morphe like eyeshadow brush, but I really like it for putting on concealer. So I'm going to use a little bit of this pot concealer, which is by NYX. So I'm going to put a little bit around my eyes and on the red marks that the mask has given to my face. I often will let my concealer sit for a minute or so, just so it kind of like sticks to everything and warms up on my face. So I'm just getting the little dark patches that are like on the inside crease. I'm going to go back over with a different concealer when I put on my foundation. Mainly it's around my mouth, just because of the mask. I work in healthcare, so I'm wearing the mask 24/7, and that causes my face to break out pretty bad. Now with a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to pat that in. So the next step is kind of weird. I don't normally do this, but with a mask I've learned that this trick is really good. I'm going to use the Morphe translucent powder. It's a setting and bake powder that they have. And I'm just going to take a little smidgen, like I want a very small amount. And I'm taking a big kabuki brush and I'm just going to like tap in ever so lightly. And I'm just going to lightly dust my face, starting in my T-zone and kind of working my way out to different parts of my face. So you want it to be so light that you don't feel any of the powder, so it just feels like your skin. So now we go on to the next step. Try to find a foundation that's really long lasting. I use the Fenty Beauty. It seems to do the trick for me personally. And I'm just going to apply it using my beauty blender. And I'm just going to put that on my face. Don't forget the neck. I usually start off at the neck just to make sure I don't forget it. And also up into your ears. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on my under eyes. I'm going to use the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Super Concealer. It lasts long. So I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to warm up my concealer and pat that onto my under eye. Next I'm going to use my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend that in. Using my beauty blender again, I'm going to go back into the Morphe setting powder and I'm just going to bake the powder on my under eyes. And this will seal in the concealer, and this often is a place that likes to crack a lot, so I will be able to prevent that. Using a little translucent powder under your eyes will also brighten up your eyes quite a bit, so it's a win-win. The big thing about the powder is it's going to absorb a lot of the sweat and a lot of the moisture that the mask is going to create around your mouth and around your face, preserving your makeup a little longer. So you want to lightly dust it. The only time I put a heavy amount of powder is right under my eyes, and I'll dust that off after I let it sit. So I'm going to use a bronzer to contour my face. So I'm going to use the Bare Minerals bronzer, and it is in the shade Warmth. And I'm just going to take a little fluffy brush and lightly tap in, tap off some excess. And I'm just going to kind of go up along here. Next is blush, and I'm going to try the Colorful Sephora Hot Flush Blush. This one is like a coral, almost bronzy orange. I'm really liking it. It's like very different, so I'm going to just try it out because of the colors that I'm wearing with my eyes. So I'm just going to take a little bit, we're just going to tap it off. It is quite orange, and I'm just going to tap that into my cheekbones. Now mind you, I'm probably using more than I probably was recommended, but we're going to do it. So that's quite orange. Now can I blend that? We're going to see. So we're just going to buff that. Buff, buff, buff. Oh, she's here. So the next step is putting on eyeliner. Next thing is to put on eyelashes, so I'll be right back with my eyelashes. Now that we're almost done, I'm going to take my Makeup Revolution highlighter in the color Strobe, and just to be extra precautious, just to make sure none of this smudges while under the mask, I'm just going to take a little bit of powder and I'm just going to buff over everything again. So normally I would use the Out and About Morphe lip kit, but I unfortunately can't because it comes with a gloss, and that gloss I can't use while wearing a mask. But I can use a lip liner and I can use my lipstick. So I'm going to take the Morphe lip liner, and it is in the color Backseat Love, and I'm just going to line the outside of my lips. So after lining my lips, I'm going to finish off with the Morphe lipstick in the color Boo. It's a light matte brown, so I'm just going to put that on my lips. So this is the finished look. This is the Painted Desert eyeshadow palette, plus some tricks on how to make your makeup last a little longer under that mask. If you guys liked the video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you found this video worked for you, feel free to let us know. Comment below about your success with this look or any other tricks that you have to make sure your makeup stays while you're wearing a mask. I appreciate you all tuning into my video, and I will see you all next time. Bye!